In honor of America's 250th birthday this weekend, we are celebrating the men and women of the military.
On today's Salute to Service, we'll meet two women on an incredible journey as pilots with the U.S. Navy. Jody Leong has their story.
Lieutenants Emma Dryden and Nicole Gibson are U.S. Navy pilots, currently flying these helicopters. The MH-60R Seahawk, the Navy's primary anti-submarine and surface warfare helicopter. Dryden and Gibson are among the roughly 1,600 active-duty female Navy pilots and flight officers in the U.S., covering about 12 to 15% of all Navy pilots, according to the Aviation News Journal.
There's a lot of history that has led us to be able to be here. It means a lot to be able to serve.
Gibson was a preteen when she found herself mesmerized at a naval air show.
When I was about 12 years old, I went to go see the Blue Angels at commissioning week in Annapolis, and I thought being a Navy pilot was the coolest thing that you could do. So I ended up going to the Naval Academy from there.
For Dryden, it was pure legacy.
I think my biggest influence was my uncles. When I was growing up, they were in Iraq and Afghanistan, and I remember writing letters to them and just being so in admiration of their service. And I knew I wanted to do something like that to contribute to our country and protect our way of life.
In fact, Dryden comes from a long line of military service. Her father also served in the Navy, and both of her sisters currently serve as well. One is a Navy doctor, the other a lawyer with the Marine Corps.
I had a lot of military influence that led me here.
Dryden says her discovery of naval aviation just happened.
I didn't really dream of being a pilot when I was younger. I just was looking for adventure, looking for a way to see the world out of Kentucky.
And she has, deploying to the Pacific, the Middle East, the Caribbean, and now she's currently stationed in Hawaii.
I got excited about the opportunity to do something impactful while flying and be a part of the mission in a really meaningful way.
It's awesome to see the world from a different perspective, from up high, I guess, and flying in Hawaii is some of the best flying in the world.
But flying these highly specialized choppers takes years of dedication and hard work.
It is a long road of training to get here. There's a lot of skills we had to learn along the way to be able to do the mission we do and to employ the aircraft in the fight as we do.
That includes 3 years of training on fixed-wing aircraft, then a small helicopter, before moving on to the Fleet Squadron. And both Gibson and Dryden agree about the most challenging part of their job.
One of the most difficult things that we do flying-wise is landing on the back of the destroyer at night.
It can get really serious. The weather often isn't cooperating. It's dark. It's pitch black out there. You have no horizon.
Super small flight deck. It's moving with if you can imagine the way the ocean moves, the ship is moving in the same manner. So left, right, up and down. The first time I did it, I was really, really nervous.
The ultimate culmination of our training is landing on the boat at night in those conditions.
I felt proud to be able to do that, and I think it's awesome to say that it's something that I've done.
Living on a destroyer isn't easy either.
We'll be at sea with them, supporting their mission in conjunction with the flying that we do, and we get to work with about 300 people out there. Small boat for many months. You're stuck only on a ship.
But Dryden and Gibson say they wouldn't have it any other way.
I love this job and I love what we're able to do. I would definitely recommend it. It is a very challenging job, I would say, that we do, but we go through all the same training, and working as part of a team is something that we build skills here that we can take with us for the rest of our lives.
The best part about our job is the people that we work with. The pilots we get to work with are also awesome. They become my best friends through all the training and the hard work that you go through in the long hours. You really develop that sense of camaraderie.
This year we're celebrating the 250th anniversary of the country, so there's a lot of history there, and to be part of that history, I'm honestly so humbled and honored by.
The 250th birthday of our nation is an amazing thing that we've been able to protect and defend the liberties and the way of life that we have here, and it wouldn't be possible without the men and women that I work with.
Jody Leong, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
So great to hear their story.
It really is. And it's also so inspirational, too.
Yeah.
They're totally awesome.
Yeah, and you know what? I give them so much credit. I, myself, in a Go Johnny Go segment way back when, tried to take off and land in the simulator on base, and oh man, it is not easy. Landing on a moving ship in the water as it's pitching up and down, very difficult. They are skilled pilots, and it's so cool to see them that they're having fun here in Hawaii.
Yeah, and big mahalo to them for sharing their story.
Yeah.
Now, of course, as America marks its 250th anniversary, your Hawaii Ford dealers are proud to honor our military community and the families who stand behind every member who serves.
Yeah, through their salute to service, they recognize all 5 branches of the military across the islands, including both active duty service members and veterans.
And through the 4th of July holiday, eligible military members can take advantage of exclusive incentives on top of their other available offers. Visit Ford.com/local or your local Hawaii Ford dealers to learn more.
And from all of us here at Living 808 and Hawaii Ford dealers and all of us, mahalo for your service and sacrifice. Okay.